I'm gonna make my top secret, world famous, well not really, but best cupcakes in the world that Kandee makes. And I will show you some top secret little tips because I used to bake these almost every day and I haven't made them in a long time. Somebody asked me to do a little video, so here are cupcakes. But the first thing any good germaphobe that's gonna cook will do is go and wash their hands. So off I go. So what we're first going to start off and do, my first #1 trick, is you're going to boil about 1.5 cups of water. And you're going to go over to your oven and you are going to set it for 300 degrees and hit start. After you have your water boiling, you are going to take your sugar, and we need 2 giant cups of sugar. Ta-da! 2 cups of sugar in a little glass bowl. I use organic sugar because I like organic things. I think it's good for you to be pure, natural, all that jazz. Now we're going to go and get my boiling hot water and my measuring cups that will measure us 1 cup of very hot water. And we're almost to the cup mark. While it's boiling, we're going to pour it into our sugar. And what that's going to do is it's going to melt the sugar down so it isn't so granulated because we don't want sugar lumpy things. So I'll stir it around a little bit. And this is the same thing of how I learned if you want to make sugar water to put in your iced coffee drinks. So we stir this around and you can see the sugar. Well, you probably cannot see, but these sugar granules are melting into this fabulous sugary syrup. And we'll just give it a stir till you don't see any more sugar granules. It just all kind of looks like maple syrup. There's Kandee's fancy cooking tip. We're back with our big giant bowl to put all of our ingredients in. And yes, some recipes say mix all your wet, all your dry, all your this, all your that. This recipe, I don't know why it works. I'm not a chef, I don't know these things. You kind of mix it all together and it kind of all comes out okay. So I don't know why, but it comes out really good. So we need 2 whopping cups of flour. This is a 2-cup little bowl. So I'm just gonna stick him in here and scoop out 2 cups of flour. We'll double check that this is 2 cups. This is 2 cups, right? Yes. Now we have our 2 cups of flour. We need cocoa. You can use Hershey's cocoa, but any of this ground chocolate will work. As you can see, I didn't think I had any in my cupboard. Lo and behold, I had 3 cans of it. I'm gonna have chocolate powder for days. This is the sweet ground chocolate from Ghirardelli, which I already opened this one, so we'll leave the one that isn't open. And this one's full too. Awesome. We need, how much is this? 3/4 a cup. So we're gonna do, here's my little 4th guy. We're gonna dump 1, 2, and we're going a little crazy with numero 3 there. So we've got our chocolate in there. Now we need our salt, and I use Celtic sea salt. You can use any kind of salt that you have. What do we need? We need 1 teaspoon of salt. Without salt, the sweet doesn't seem as sweet. There goes our salt. Then we need some baking soda. And baking powder does not work. You need baking soda. And we need 2 teaspoons of this stuff. So, for the non-speaking Chinese, that was 1 and 2. Now we need, what else? Some vanilla. I'm sorry I have to read off my little cheat sheet. I did make these often enough that I knew exactly what was in them. Oh, cupcakes. 1 teaspoon and half, well these kind of eyeball half. That's about 1 1/2. What else do we need? Boiling water, sugar, baking soda. We almost have everything. Oil. You need a cup of oil, vegetable oil, canola oil. Very messy. Put that cup in there right now. And we will also put our eggs. 1 egg. Again, they're little organic cage-free eggs. Because I saw a documentary on eggs. Salmonella! I gotta go wash my hands. I'm washing my hands. very well. We're back with drying our hands. So what you can do at this point is you can mix this guy up a little bit. Oh, what the heck? We forgot our milk. We're going to the fridge. We're gonna get a milk out. It calls for 1 cup of buttermilk, but what I like to do is I like to put about 3/4 of regular milk. You can use the buttermilk if you want. And then I use like 1/4 of whipping cream. Let a little more milk on top. You can use the buttermilk too, but I kind of like it like this for some reason. You can make yours how you want. Let me put my milk back so it doesn't go bad. Now you're gonna need a mixer! Our cooking tools. And I'm gonna start on low, otherwise I'm gonna get it low. That does not feel like low. I'm gonna mix that up just a little bit. This better not go crazy! This is making a big mess. A big powdery mess. But that's okay. I wish I had a big fancy KitchenAid. Now we're going to add our sugar sauce. Pour this in. Take your little forky. Make sure you scrape it all out of here. We want our cupcakes to be nice and sweet. Who wants a sour cupcake? Nobody. Now we'll mix it up a little. Don't get chocolate all over me. Now that I've filled my 2 cupcake sheets up with our fabulous cupcake batter. And it's not on the little rack like it's supposed to be. Oh, what better than a Mickey Mouse oven mitt to change the racks? Because you want it to be in the middle so that the air circulates a little evenly. My mom used to make wedding cakes. Now we're going to set the timer for 22 minutes, but we will check them at 18. Kitchen timer. And start. The timer is working, so what better thing to do while your cupcakes are baking than to make the most delicious frosting you've ever had? And normally I do not like frosting, I don't know why, but I love this frosting. It's cream cheese frosting. Maybe that's why I like it, because it tastes like cheesecake. So you need 1 package of cream cheese, preferably at room temperature. It makes it much easier to mix than when it's a hard frozen block. You also need 1 stick of butter. Same thing, we would like at room temperature because it makes it so much easier to mix it up. Put it in there. Now I have butter and cream cheese on my hands. Yuck. So now we're going to put that together. We're going to need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I kind of just eyeball it. I pour about that much vanilla. And then we're going to need 2 cups of powdered sugar. So again, we're going to take my fancy pantsy powdered sugar thing. And you can mix them all separately. You can mix them together. Sometimes it's easier if you mix the cream things together. Then you slowly mix in the powdered sugar. I like to make a big puffy mess. I'm gonna leave a little bit out in case that's sweet enough. So we need different mixing things for our mixer. Or you can use the same ones. I just don't want to wash mine again right now. Stick these guys in, my fancy mixing tool. You locked in there? And then this powdered sugar is gonna really poof up. So I try to mash some of it down. Like so, because it's gonna make a big mess. And I should have mixed it before separately, but you live and you learn. Yeah. Do you see what happened? That's why you should cream those separately. Did I mention I haven't made cupcakes in a while? We'll try this out. That's better. And we're going to mix here for a while. This is so good! Wait till you try it. Hark! I heard the oven timer. Back to our Mickey Mouse. See, there it is again. Now we will test this. You can use a toothpick, or I know, I hear you. Or you can use a butter knife. If you stick it in and it comes out clean, they are done. If not, that means you gotta cook them a little longer. So we're gonna grab one of these guys out, give him a little test. Yeah, he's not done. Man, we'll cook them again for another 2 minutes. But remember I said 22, we did the little 18, 20 minute check. So now we will wait for cupcakes again. Hark! I hear the timer. Time for Mickey Mouse Club and time to check our cupcakes. Set them on our oven to cool. We will tell him to be quiet. And now we have to wait for our cupcakes to cool before we can put the icing on. Man! Guess what's finally cooled off? Our cupcakes! So they're all cool. We have our frosting. We'll give them a little extra whip real fast. We have our fancy whipping cream in it. So you just take a little bit like this. Swipe it on the top. You can be fancy and twirl it around. Then you can put your frosting in the freezer or the fridge. And then when you get it out, it'll be like a little stiffer and a little more, it won't be so kind of soft like this is. But you get the idea. You just slap it on, give it a swirly whirl. And now we're going to try these because they smell so good. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna have cupcakes for dinner and maybe breakfast, maybe lunch. So good! Wait till you try them and make them. They're still even kind of warm. This is so good. I hope you guys had fun cooking in my kitchen with me. Go and make your cupcakes so you can go and then watch back and we can have cupcakes together. Bye guys! Have a great day! Great, now I'm gonna eat like 10. Or I made 2 dozen.